Hello guys, TwinklePhoenix here, and welcome to another episode of How Well Do You Know? So in these type of episodes, I show you guys how much I know about a particular character, and then you guys can fill me in where I missed out on any character. Last time we did Phone Like Mickey, and so far nobody had any complaints about him at all, that I did pretty good. Though in the creepypasta version I wasn't sure like if they took off the head, but in the game apparently that's what he does. He takes off his head and puts your head on his body. Why, I don't know, but he does. So today we're going to be doing one of the characters that I don't know that well about, and that is Oswald, because he's only really mentioned on night 2. So let's see how I do. Okay, as I said, Lisa tells Jake about him on... Good Lord, I can indeed spell Jake, thank you very much, on night 2. That's the first time we're ever told about him. She tells us he is hard to see because hard to see because his colors and textures were never finished. It's not explained why he was never finished. So he appears black, but when you brighten him up, he's actually blue. He's blue when also, Oswald, oddly enough, has no arms. Lisa jokes about this in the phone call. Lisa tells us not to worry about Oswald since he has no arms. Oh, good Lord. Lisa has no arms, so we don't really know why he doesn't have arms. It might maybe because they never finished him, but again, it's kind of weird. Why he has no arms? Most likely because he wasn't finished. Also, this leaves room for imagination because we're not really sure how he goes about killing you. I assume most likely what he does, he strangles you with his ears. Also, Oswald, upon rare occasions, can appear on night 1. But again, he's not mentioned on the phone in that night. Rarely. Again, ignore my spelling. In night 1. But Greg doesn't say anything about him. I'm so sorry if you can banging outside. It's such a shitty neighborhood. So, it's affecting my spelling as well. The constant banging is driving me bonkers around here. I hate where we live. Good Lord. I'm sorry, I'm getting so distracted by the banging. I feel like going outside and sending Oswald to go kill him. If it was possible, I blooming well would. I'd have Oswald just go up there now and beat them up or something. Anyway, ignoring all that, he can talk. and seems to be praying to God. Who most likely is Disney, who abandoned them, asking them why they would leave them, why he's left behind. He's only asking for one thing. He's possibly is like asking to a god, you know, his god, which would probably be Disney since they made them. I'm asking them why, and possibly to be saved. But I can't tell you if that's true or not. I'm just guessing. But I'm just guessing. Also, Oswald has a particular route. He can appear in his starting point. Now don't quote me on this. Which is this? Is it the storage area? Is that where he is? Is here with all the boxes? Storage area is lying down behind boxes. He is the pair of legs seen. Also, he can appear, he seems to follow a particular route, and he'll always come in the same side as the Cactus Kid poster, always on that side of the room. He never comes in the opposite side. He always comes through the door with the poster, and then he stands in front of the Treasure Island side. So he goes from the storage room, his area, the boxes, in case I get the names wrong. He then appears in front of the mascot only room door. You know that weird that door, that strange door that says mascots in here, that one. I don't know if that's, and then he appears inside the room, in the room with Goofy's head. Apparently he does also now appear in the lounge. With Donald's poster. I'm so sorry. I'm freaking going bonkers over here with Donald's poster before finally coming to kill you. Enters from the open door with the poster of the Cactus Kid, but I'm not sure because he can come through the lounge area now. Maybe that means he's going to come through the other door now as well. But I think that's the only places he appears. He goes from his storage room in the boxes, and he goes to the door, you know, that one door that's open. You can see his sign, and you can see the back of him. Then he appears with Goofy's head in the middle. Then he can appear in the remastered demo in the lounge area in front of the poster of Donald. And then he comes to you in the office, and he stands in front of the Treasure Island sign, and he's very hard to see. Last thing to cover, well, two things to cover before I go bonkers with that stupid banging outside. He is confirmed to be a suit by Lisa, who also tells us making a sound is a bad idea. But the technique with Mickey should work on Oswald. And of course, now to finish it off, his jump scares. His jump scare is him screaming. Screaming high pitch, can I point out, in your face, which makes me wonder if the voices we are hearing are coming from him or not, because his scream doesn't match the voice we're hearing around the place. Unless it's not just Oswald freaking talking. So I know Distorted can talk. I know that the new white figure can talk. Broken Mickey talks, but he talks different. Him screaming high pitched. Like a bloody girl. High pitch. He does have a much faster jump scare. Much faster jump scare in TBMHC, which is another time we see him. Oh, also there's one final thing, and ignore all my bad spelling because the banging outside is driving me bonkers. He also appears in the menu when for negative Mickey is glitching. You know that weird thing in the menu? It's like a hidden Easter egg. Glitching. Like a hidden Easter egg. It's not everything. You know, the fact that, and apparently, you know, he's rabbit. We know that much. And he's armless. Okay, so we know he's hard to see. His colours and texture will never finish, so he appears black, but he is in fact blue when you brighten him up. He goes from the storage room where he starts, then he can go to in front of that door that says mascots only. Then he goes to the area with Goofy's head. It can also appear in the lounge apparently in the remastered demo, you know, in front of the Donald poster. Then he'll come to kill you, and he enters through the door with the poster in the original demo. He enters through the door with the post and then stands in front of the treasure island thing. And then he appears to walk around the desk and comes from the side and goes, "Yeah," and screams at you. He can become active in night one, but Greg doesn't say anything about him at all being there. He appears in the storage room with all boxes. He's lying down. He can stand up in there apparently in the remaster demo. That's what we keep an eye out for. He is confirmed to be a suit by Lisa, who tells us that making a sound is a bad idea, but the technique with phonic and Mickey's should work on Oswald as well if he becomes a nuisance. Lisa tells Jake about him on night 2. He jump scares, he screams high pitched, literally going "Ah!" in your face, and it doesn't quite match the voice we keep hearing, you know, going around the building. Oh wait, there is something else. He talks every time he moves. He talks every time he moves. So, kind of like Freddy. Oswald will talk when he moves around the building so we know where he's going. When he's active. But Tiny, can I just point out another thing there? Oswald, from what everybody's told me, Oswald talks every time he starts moving. How come then I could hear him moving on night 1, yet Oswald wasn't moving around the building at the time? Anyway, as I was saying, Lisa tells us not to worry about Oswald since he has no arms, so we don't really know why he has no arms. It might be mostly because he wasn't finished, and that's why he doesn't have arms to begin with. And we don't actually know how he kills Jake unless he goes and strangles him with his ears. He appears in the menu with Fortnite and Mickey is glitching like a hidden Easter egg. He can talk and seems to be praying to God, who most likely is Disney, who abandoned him, asking him why. But I'm just guessing. So yeah, that's everything I can tell you about Oswald as far as I can tell. Unless there is more and I missed it. Oh, and he says multiple different things. I know that much. I just don't know everything he says. All I know is he constantly yams on. He's like a deep voice, and you have to like clear out his talking to hear it. Because God, God. He's definitely not scary to me. He's hard to see, and he's kind of cute in his own way. He's definitely one of the annoying ones that constantly talk your ears off. But again, I'm not scared of him. I just wish he'd shut up half the time. But there we go. The image you see here is actually one from my episode where I was having a look at Oswald. So I don't know who we're going to be doing next. Because some of the other characters, we don't know much about them. So I'm going to have to like wing it. But yeah, that's everything I have on Oswald. If I missed anything, do let me know below. As I said, I'm trying to test my knowledge and seeing if, you know, I know a lot about a character. If I missed anything, I should know about him. So yeah, tell me how I did. I do hope I didn't miss much on Oswald. I didn't refer to Wikipedia at all. And I just winged it, regardless of the banging noise. I'm so sorry if you can hear that. Anyway, yeah guys, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. More vids coming up. Hello. Jesus!